was tempted to go for that job because it was.
Great job.
Yeah.
Really hurt myself with this
Yeah.
mic.
And there it is. Time.
I can hear it all the way up here.
You can hear that too, right?
Yeah.
Still working. Just don't. But this really. That's why I wrote a letter of recommendation.
Yeah, right.
That's your home. Oh, yeah.
For Ken. He's when he got the job.
Yeah. And, you know, you get some Vegas horns and this workshop.
Right.
So it's like a perfect environment for him. Yeah. I still keep in touch with him. I had a B-flat that he modified. Actually, the C trumpet that I played.
I saw a French horn I hadn't seen in years. John Tiddens.
Modified by him.
I hadn't seen him in.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
Bob
I haven't
Larson.
seen him in a long time.
He redid the front end. I told him not to tell me what it was.
Right? It's funny how big this town is.
You know, avoid the head trip.
We worked together a lot. The opera section was Roy, myself, and Ken Larson. And so we've worked with 10 years of the opera.
Isn't that weird?
I got to know him well.
Yeah. It's a circle, I guess. Different circle.
Fun time. And they got a new contractor.
I can tell you're a good lover. I just sense it. I just sense it. You develop. Number one? Okay. The ballet? There you go. It's easy for you. That's IV, right? I'm John. No, no. Yeah. As long as it gives the I guess I'm mistaken. The script is maybe
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wayne Drinkword, class of 73 of Harvey Mudd College and chair of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to the 61st commencement ceremony at Harvey Mudd College. The ceremony and commencement are now in session, but before you sit down, I would like you to remain standing and listen to the national anthem as sung by our graduating seniors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, of the brave?
Thank you. You can be seated. We are here to celebrate the completion of a rigorous course of study at Harvey Mudd by the graduates as applied by the faculty here at Harvey Mudd College. But before we get to celebrating that, they wouldn't have been successful without the support of many of you who are here with them, family and friends. And I'd ask the graduates to please stand and celebrate that with a standing ovation for all the support you have given. And now I'd like to call to the podium the president of Harvey Mudd College, Maria Clave.
As we begin this ceremony, let us welcome our class of 2019, who are, of course, the reason we are here. I'd also like to recognize our trustees, administration, faculty, alumni, staff, and parents for their involvement in Harvey Mudd College, which makes today's ceremony possible. And I want to particularly thank Tom Bleakney from the class of 1969, who joined us today in celebration of our 61st commencement. Please join me in thanking everyone. We will now award the Henry T. Mudd Prize. In 1992, the college began a tradition of recognizing during commencement one person who has contributed greatly to generations of students at Harvey Mudd College. The first recipient of the Henry T. Mudd Prize was President Emeritus, Professor Emeritus, and Trustee Emeritus Joseph Platt, our founding president. By tradition, the selection of the awardee is done in secret and the recipient is not informed until commencement. The honoree will receive a $6,000 award, $3,000 of which is designated for use within the college at the discretion of the awardee. The citation reads, "For his exemplary service to Harvey Mudd College, spanning over 2 decades, during which he has served with integrity, collegiality, and expertise." Okay, well, that describes about half of our faculty and staff. "For his selfless dedication to student achievement, both in and out of the classroom, encouraging students to seek research opportunities and to take time to take care of their personal and mental health. For his gentle and compassionate heart, which is ever apparent in his genuine interactions with students, faculty, and staff. For his unrelenting energy and belief in Harvey Mudd College and its mission. For his active role in mentoring and advocating for junior faculty, serving as a role model in valuing a well-balanced and healthy life. For serving on the Vice President for Advancement Search Committee and being a valuable partner and sounding board to the Office of College Advancement. For his heroic and tireless efforts in the WASC reaccreditation process. For his devotion and commitment to 4 deans of the faculty penning the Dean's Zine. For admirably serving the college in a number of significant leadership roles, including as Associate Dean of the Faculty, Core Curriculum Director, and Crypt Keeper. Okay, that gave it away. For epitomizing selfless dedication to Harvey Mudd College, being a true citizen of the community, a faculty member to be celebrated, Professor of Physics Tom Donnelly is hereby designated as the 2019 recipient of the Henry T. Mudd Prize. So please join me in celebrating. Now, there's just one glitch in all of this. Tom is on sabbatical. And Tom is in Portugal right now. So earlier today, Dean of the Faculty Lisa Sullivan and I phoned Tom, and we read him the citation. Apparently, he was very nervous about the purpose of this phone call. I think he finally got it as I was about halfway through the citation. And so I'd like to, since he can't be with us to accept this, I'd like to invite our Dean of the Faculty, Lisa Sullivan, to the podium to accept the award on his behalf.
I'm very happy to accept this award on behalf of my friend, Tom Donnelly, who was speechless only in the moment and texted me soon after with very brief remark that he'd like me to read unedited. So, if it seems appropriate, I'd appreciate you thanking the whole community for this incredible honor. In particular, I'd want to thank Bob, Jeff, Ron, John, Liz, and Lisa for teaching me what it means to be a faculty member at Harvey Mudd and for being a collective source of inspiration. And to thank Cheryl, Mark, and Phil for all the love and support that sees me through every day. Finally, congratulations to the class of 2019. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. I would now like to invite our senior who is giving the senior speech at commencement. Our next presenter is Jayton Abakusnak. Jayton has grown up in Floreal, Mauritius. He's the first student from Mauritius to attend Mudd. He is majoring in physics. During his time at Mudd, he has been a peer academic liaison and served as president of the Astronomy Club. He's a self-described cinephile, regularly updating his top 100 list. And after Mudd, he will begin a PhD program in soft matter physics at NYU. Please join me in welcoming Jayden to the stage.
The Board of Trustees, President Klawe, faculty and staff, mothers and family, good afternoon. Class of 2019, congratulations. We somehow made it. I consider it quite flattering to have the opportunity to express my thoughts to all of you today and to use this moment to reflect upon the journey we've shared together. Wow, I look in front of me and I feel so happy to be surrounded by people I've become so fond of. I also see that half of you are CS majors and the other half, well, mostly parents. But at the end of the day, everyone present today is part of a family. And that's what the title of my speech is mostly about. Mud, instead of blood, is thicker than water. First off, mud is in fact thicker than water. Yes. And also the title works well as a pun. How original. But most importantly, I chose this title to emphasize that we are part of a caring community that feels like a family. And this will be a recurring theme of today's speech. Harvey Mudd College. After 4 years of highs and lows, I still don't quite know if I can sum up all of it in one word. And you know what? That's not my fault. They just haven't invented such a word yet. I won't lie, it's been rough. Bombing midterms, pulling up all-nighters, having awkward social interactions. Wow. There's been especially a lot of the latter now that I think about it. We've also had so many tough decisions to make. For some, the choices weren't always obvious. What major should I choose? Should I go to grad school, get a job, or take the time to recover from all of it? Should I go to slippery when wet and run the risk of getting hand-foot-mouth disease? Tough choices. But I feel that rather than summing up all of the ups, downs, wrong choices, and right moves, I should ask myself the question, would I do all of it over again? Of course, a very relevant question is, can I afford this place? Curiously, I don't think I'd settle for anything different, because that would mean I'd have different friends, different professors, would potentially have to settle for a less rigorous curriculum, and would probably never have to make a hammer all by myself. Of course, I'd change a few things, try not to take 5 writing intensive classes. But the point here, I guess, is that the relationships we forge within this community are so strong that I can't risk trying to find it elsewhere. I love that we have a close-knit and caring community. As an example, just recently I sent out an email, one of those annoying ISO emails, requesting a black shirt I could borrow for a funeral. I did end up getting what I wanted, but also more than I bargained for. The sheer number of responses I received from people who are concerned about me was quite touching. That's why I choose this place again. I choose this place because I know I can rely on people here. Plus, I'm constantly amazed by the people here, and I think that not being the smartest kid in the room has helped me learn with and from others to a tremendous degree. Now, before my speech begins to sound like a promotional stunt for the school, I'd like to digress and take the opportunity to remind ourselves that it is essential that today we celebrate our failures and successes in equal measure. I am reminded of Denzel Washington's excellent speech at UPenn a couple of years ago. Quote, "Fall forward, you will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. Every one of you has the talent to succeed, but do we have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying," unquote. Fortunately for us, Mudd puts us to test, and I think it's fair to say that most of us, probably all of us, know what it means to fail in different ways. And so getting back on our feet is no biggie, because we do not fear failure. And that's a proper education. These failures, these challenges, we've faced them together. Here's a little flashback. Spring 2017, the Wabash report was released and our community was badly shaken. Fast forward 3 years, and the discussions that were being had are very much alive and will no doubt still be around after we're gone. But the important part is that we were in it together. We went through core together, made it through 8 a.m.s, navigated through room draws with several casualties, unfortunately. Hey, we were there together when Professor Sahakian made that joke about using a whole chicken instead of just using the feather. Yeah, class of 2019, you know what's up. We went through orientation together, where we had discussions about the honor code, and one of us said aspects of the honor code basically just reminded him of fascism. Yes. These memories, these experiences, I could have had them elsewhere. But the point is, I didn't have them elsewhere, which is why I choose Mudd again. At this time, I can't help but feel overwhelmed by emotions. I think I'll miss this place. I'll miss walking from my dorm to classes, taking study breaks to go to Jay's, or riding on my friends' hearts at the Hawk, telling them just how amazing they are. I'll miss being an optimistic frosh or a relaxed senior. Might even miss being the cynical sophomore or the salty junior I was. Finally, this seems like the appropriate moment to express the immense appreciation I have for every single person who made our experience at this school better. Professors, I honestly feel we're a little pampered here and have set teaching expectations sky high only because the faculty we have here is excellent in many ways, from having to put up with our sleep-deprived selves to going out of their way to having office hours on Sundays. Our future as scientists, engineers, and mathematicians is but the product of their teaching, and in that regard, we are so lucky. I also think not enough due is given to the humanities department, which is at the heart of 1/3 of the Mudd education. We all have a humanities concentration. How amazing is that? College to me is all about being a different person from the one who showed up on day one who has had their thoughts challenged, and to that, our humanities curriculum contributes the most. I also wish to express gratitude to the folks at the Admissions and Financial Aid Office, along with the Board of Trustees, who've been with us from the moment we got into this school, and who will probably stick with us as we turn into valuable alumni. I wish to thank the folks who work in Kingston and in Platt, those who work at CIS, the Hawk, Jay's Place, the Cafe, and finally FNM, for making life so much easier for us. Finally, class of 2019, I turn to you. It's been quite a ride. From the moment we saw falling confetti on our computer screens, announcing that we'd gotten into Mudd, to this very moment. We made it through Mudd. We can make it through anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayton. I think a lot of the faculty and staff also feel we made it through Mudd, we can make it through anything. Indeed, I think everyone who has come to Mudd, whether as a student, staff, or faculty, or parent, we have all found an amazing new family here, and it's something that we treasure. I'm particularly excited to introduce today's commencement speaker, Sebastian Thrun, who is also a new member of our family today. I'll just mention that our seniors choose our commencement speaker, and I was very happy when Sebastian, who was our student's first choice, I emailed him to ask him if he would come. Well, first of all, I had to get his email address. So I emailed the chair of Alex Aiken, who's the chair of the CS department at Stanford, and I got an immediate response back with his email address. So then I emailed Sebastian, and within 10 minutes, he wrote back and said, I would love to do it. I've never had such an easy time recruiting a really famous person to be our commencement speaker. Sebastian is a visionary scientist, inventor, entrepreneur, and educator. Many of you know him as the founder of Udacity, the online platform from which he launched the first MOOC, or Massive Open Online Course, with 160,000 students from all over the world. He is an adjunct computer science professor at both Stanford and Georgia Tech. At Georgia Tech, he created and teaches in the nation's largest and most affordable master's program in computer science. At Stanford, his AI lab developed the autonomous vehicle Stanley, a driverless car that made history navigating 132 miles in the desert. Stanley won the DARPA Grand Challenge in 2005 and now is on exhibit at the Smithsonian. His team also developed a vehicle called Junior, I assume that was Stanley Jr., which placed second at the DARPA Urban Challenge in 2007. Sebastian was a Google Fellow and Vice President and the founder of Google X, where he led the development of Google's self-driving car. And I know that we have one of our graduates who's joining Waymo after he finishes here, Google Glass, and other projects. Sebastian is one of these people who just can't stop inventing things. He's now co-founder and CEO of Kitty Hawk, a company focused on developing personal aircraft or flying cars. Sebastian has made substantial contributions to the field of probabilistic robotics, including robot localization, mapping, and control. He's published over 370 scientific papers and 11 books. In 2007, he was elected to the National Academy of Engineering at the age of 39, and also to the German Academy of Sciences, Leopoldina. He received the prestigious Max Planck Research Award and the inaugural Feigenbaum Prize from the Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence. Fast Company named him the 5th most creative person in business. Fortune listed him among the 50 smartest people in tech, and Foreign Policy called him Global Thinker number 4. Sebastian has stated that his personal mission is to help society through artificial intelligence technologies, and he's constantly on the lookout for new high-impact projects. Please join me in welcoming Sebastian Thrun.
Hello, Harvey Mudd. Hello, Harvey Mudd. Thank you, President Klawe. Thank you, trustees. Thank you, vice presidents. Thank you, chief officers. Thank you, deans. Thank you, hardworking faculty and staff. Thank you, students, parents, family members and friends, and most importantly, thank you, class of 2019. Today, we are celebrating one of your most significant life accomplishments, your graduation from Harvey Mudd College. You should be so very proud of yourselves. Up front, I have a confession to make. I cannot believe you chose me as your speaker. I received all my degrees from the University of Bonn in Germany. During my studies, my university was consistently ranked number 52 out of 52 degree-granting computer science programs in the nation. It's true. You, however, are graduating from perhaps the finest engineering college on the planet. How lucky am I to be chosen by you? Thank you. Commencement is a time to reflect. I want to tell you 3 stories of my life. In 2003, I came to Stanford as a professor. That same year, the US government launched an epic robot race, which came to be known as the DARPA Grand Challenge. DARPA is the research arm of the DoD. In this race, autonomous car-like robots had to navigate more than 100 miles of punishing desert terrain without a driver behind the wheel. It was the United States government's ultimate challenge to the research community. The first actual race took place in 2004. It was a disaster. Only minutes into the race, the best performing robot went up in flames. Few other robots made it past the first mile marker. It was devastating. So, the experts at the time concluded this challenge was just too hard. It could not be done. Cars would never drive themselves. At Stanford, I now had to make a choice. Should I believe what the experts had said, or should I try the impossible? My colleagues urged me not to gamble my young Stanford career on such an obvious pipe dream. I chose not to give in. The Stanford racing team started as a project class, gathering 20-some students just like yourselves. Lucky to me, none of those students knew how hard it would be to compete in the DARPA Grand Challenge. And none of them really wondered why previous attempts had failed. Within months, my students built a car that would make it further than any other robot on the original race course. 10 months later, our car Stanley won the DARPA Grand Challenge. It did so by navigating through the Mojave Desert, thank you, for 131 miles in just under 7 hours. And most importantly, Stanley was built by students just like yourselves. Students who had no clue how hard this all was supposed to be. So, in all this, there is a clear lesson. I can solve hard problems. When I trust in myself, when I trust my students, I can do the impossible. But did I learn my lesson? What happened next still troubles me to the present day. A few years later, Google co-founder Larry Page took an interest in self-driving cars. Larry believed self-driving cars could free the world from traffic accidents, and they could pave the way for a totally new car-sharing economy. So he turned to me, now the world's foremost expert on self-driving cars. He challenged me to make a car that could drive safely on any public road in California. That blew my mind. I could not imagine that this was possible. All we had ever done was to navigate empty desert trails. In real traffic, we might hit and kill real people. So, as the world's most trusted authority in the field of self-driving cars, I replied, no, it cannot be done. Larry Page was persistent. Day in, day out, he asked me again and again. Finally, he changed course. He asked me if I could provide the technical reason as to why it could not be done. He wanted to explain to his co-founder Sergey Brin and then Google CEO Eric Schmidt why making a self-driving car was impossible. And for that, he said, he needed a technical reason. That day, I went home in agony. I felt like a fool. No matter how hard I tried, I was not able to articulate a single technical reason as to why this was impossible. So, I started the Google Self-Driving Car project, now known as Waymo. Within 18 months, our cars drove safely on any type of road in California, from Lake Tahoe to downtown San Francisco, all the way to Los Angeles. To the present day, I am proud of what we accomplished. I'm also embarrassed to tell this story. I nearly gave up. Larry Page, a Stanford dropout, made me see the light. He made me believe in myself, and he made me do the impossible. Creating the self-driving car was hard work, but believing in myself was the first step. Never ever give up. I have since engaged in many new ventures. I founded Google X, and in it, Google Glass, a wearable computer, Google Wing, a drone delivery service, Google Loon, a global internet provider, Google Brain, a deep learning toolkit that transformed most of Google. And I founded Udacity, a global online university, which has already graduated over 80,000 students. Perhaps my most crazy project is Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk is based on the dream of flying cars. I firmly believe electric drone-like aircraft will eventually replace cars for everyday transportation. It is a crazy idea, straight out of science fiction novels. But, oddly enough, there is no technical reason why it cannot be done. I know this for a fact. 22,000 test flights and counting, Kitty Hawk has now solved nearly all technical problems. I can see the day when none of us ever will be stuck in traffic again. Why am I telling you all this? Class of 2019, you are graduating from perhaps the finest engineering college in the world. Harvey Mudd is special. I know this for a fact. 6 years ago, Professor Zachary Dodds gave me a tour of your campus. He knew every student by name. And every student knew him and loved him. From that experience, I know how special you all are. But class of 2019, you're not done learning. There are lessons you cannot learn in college. Or perhaps I should say, there are lessons I did not learn in college. First and foremost, stay curious. Keep an open mind. Most of us are wired to think inside the box. If self-driving cars didn't exist yesterday, how can they possibly exist tomorrow? With that simple logic, we would not have electricity, telephones, or space travel. Instead, try to think from first principles whenever you can. All great innovators, from Thomas Edison to Larry Page, never took no for an answer. All great innovators did not submit to the popular belief at the time. Class of 2019, can you promise me today to keep an open mind and to think outside the box? Good. I will call you out on this. Thinking outside the box is harder than you think. Do you still promise? Thank you. And then, believe in yourself. Believe in your team. Believe in your boss, if you have one. That fateful day, I did not believe in myself. Larry Page believed in me. If he had not believed in me, I would have never started the Google self-driving car project. The world would be different. So, class of 2019, can you promise me to believe in yourself, your team, and your future boss? And finally, don't waver. Stand firm. Way too often, people just give up when the going gets tough. The world needs people who don't give up, who see things through. Never ever give up. Graduates, can you promise me to never ever give up? Yes! Thank you. Class of 2019. I know my message is not news to you. The fact that you're graduating today is a testimony to your determination, your ability to see things through, and your belief in yourselves. You should be so proud. Going forward, some of you will go into graduate programs at top universities. Others will join industry or start your own companies. For each and every one of you, your future will be bright. You are special. You will conquer the world, and you will make the world a much, much better place. But there will come the day when you have to make tough decisions. I want you to remember how you feel today. Your accomplishment, your energy, your determination, your sense of community, your family and friends. I want you to remember those feelings for the rest of your lives. So when the day comes for you to make a tough decision, you make the right decision. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sebastian. What a wonderful example of impact on the world that an individual can make in so many areas if they just keep doing what you're doing. So we all take that as a challenge. Thank you so much. And now to the purpose that we've gathered here today. Yesterday, the faculty submitted to the Board of Trustees their recommendations for degrees to be granted to the graduates sitting here today. The Board of Trustees unanimously approved their recommendations. I now call upon Lisa Sullivan, Dean of the Faculty, to present the candidates.
All right. Will the Bachelor of Science degree candidates of the class of 2019 please rise?
And now, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the faculty of Harvey Mudd College, it is my great pleasure to present the candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Thank you, Lisa. And now, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the unanimous approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Margaret Gelber. Jatin Abakuznak. Jordan Ross Abrahams. Colin Mackenzie Adams. Jean Selassie Kwame Adeje. Daksha Argawal. Cheyenne Shire Akmal. Anya Alwani. Evan Amison. Fabio Amendola, Jr. Oladeji Andrew. Ankur J. Apte. Mohammed Bahit. Nooper Banerjee. Quentin Field Barth. Catherine Belling. Gabrielle Bellino. Ronak Kumar Bhatia. Chance Luke Biscara. Morgan Grace Blevins. Felipe Alexander Borja. Brendan Janipur Brown. Nina Mary Brown. Adam Robert Busis. Wenbo Tao. Julia Castleberg. Kayleen Chan. Sabrina Chang. Evan Casabro Chapman. Hannah Feng Fei Ching. Karina L. Cho. Priscilla Chu. Derek Kilohilani Chun. Eric Tyrell Conti II. Jacob Cordiero. Sydney Cozier. Jackson David Crew. Jonathan Cruz. Charles Burke Dawson. Carissa Duronic. Gregory Derecho. Marisa Francesca D'Souza. Adam Lemuel Dillon. Nathaniel Diamant. William Connor DePaulo. Christopher Ross During. Coulter Downing. Nicholas Timothy Draper. Mehdi Drissi. Haoxing Du. Theodore R. Dubno. Jason Dwyer. Geneva Irene Ecola. Caitlin Marisa Eng. Catherine Lee Erickson. Herrick Feng. Natasha Kathleen Florkey. Morgan Frisbee. Trevor Fung. Evan Christoph Gabler. Flora Galena Jones. Bohan Gao. Jacob Garcia. John Gaskin. Madeline Gomer. Guy Geva. Eliana Rose Gearing. Anna Getter. Zachary Goland. Camille Goldman. Robert James Gonzalez. Erica Lee Ping Goodwin. Simone Marguerite Griffith. Catherine Penelope Gruenhagen. Matthew J. Guillory. Daphne Soo-hyun Go. Marisol Guzman. Jordan Hawk. Althea Hansel. Sophia Harris. Ryan Houghton. Luis Hernandez Cruz. Michaela Kalmack Homer. Roger Hooper. Bailey Hu. Evan Huminger. Matthew S. Huerta. Benjamin Aiton. John Zhang. Tirapat Jenrungrut. Jacob Johnson. Israel David Jones. Darian Joso. Nathan Lawrence Justin. Natalie A. Kadonaga. Kai Kanashina. Ali Khan. Emily Kim. Mackenzie Heather Kong Siebert. Jamie Kunzelman. Ryan Cush. Valerie Crystal Kui. Blake Fitzgerald Larkin. Chien John Lee. Jackie Lee. Jenny Lee. Benjamin Isaac Christopher Lehman. Hemeng Lee. Ice Vipwani Limchandra. Robert Michael Linden. Brianna Loching Yu. Chudan Yu. Lily Mooching Liu. Caitlin Loop. Gary Le. Aaron Nugent Lutzker. Jason Ma. Tianyi Ma. Dominique Macias. Nisha Maheshwari. Lisa Matson. Ross Mahorter. Sarah Jane McAllister. Christopher Scott McElroy. Dominique Mena. Maya Minier. Scott Daniel Montague. Maeve Murphy. Eric Wynn. Alexander Nunez. Joseph Nunez. Viviswat Osha. David Ehemenmen Olamesi. Yisheng Iswan Ong. Marvin Jacob Palanker. Ken Pecker. Alicia Erin Pentago. Rachel Purley. Bradley James Phelps. Vivian Fun. Nathan Hexam Pope. Elizabeth Poss. Isabella Nicole Puentes. Erica Haley Quinn. Gabriel Quiros. Alexander Rovnik. Jonathan Regoza. Jonah Ezra Weinsef Rubin. Jeffrey Cross Rutledge. Brenner Ryan. Carrie Sada. Russell Jason Apostol Salazar. Adrian Seferino Sanchez Arias. Willis Juan Sanchez DuPont. Pedro Sandoval Segura. Alice Aliki Sarantopoulos. Ethan Sargent. Mariana Spordone. Ashley Schmidt. Thomas Schneider. Adam Schultz. Laurel Shy. Shiv Sitharaman. Anthony Wasito. Fanrui Shah. Kinjal Divesh Shah. Parnika Sharma. Mary Claire Shen. Jingyan Shi. Curtis Hoyin Khan Shin. Hannah S. Slocum. Nate Smith. Reagan Margaret Smith. Sati Smythe. Jesus Alexander Solano. Oswaldo Sosa. Finn Sutherland. Melissa Claire Spangler. Leah Elizabeth Stevenson. Cordelia Faye Stiff. Christopher Strong. Rachel Hugh Sun. Angela Sun. Lydia Ann Silla. Charlene Mushun Tan. Titari Tran Persert. Kanish Tantia. William Teeve. Sitoe Akila Marie Cham. Colin Valeroy. Andrea Magdalene Vasquez. Brittany Wang. Olivia Grace Watkins. Eli Weisler. Eleanor Ann White. Gabriel Ramon Romero Womark. Kate Wolverton. Kayla Yamada. Gavin Staggs Yancey. Christopher Jiyu Yi. Liana Barella Yearwood. Andy Zhang. Shaiwen Zhu. Leah Zhu. Casey Matthew Gardner. Congratulations to the graduates, class of 2019.
The graduates we honor today have achieved a new status at the college, that of HMC alumni. Here to welcome you to that amazing group is David Sonner, graduated class of 1980. His son graduated in 2018, and he's president of the Alumni Association.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome the class of 2019 into the Alumni Association of Harvey Mudd College. Congratulations on your graduation and on your transition today from students to alumni. My new fellow alumni, I have some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the good news. Over many decades, I've talked with many alumni, and if their experiences are any guide, you'll find that Mudd prepared you extremely well for your future careers. That's a big part of the reason why Mudd alumni are so successful. During your journey through college, your knowledge has grown enormously, and you've acquired a technical toolkit that's both strong and broad. But also important, you've learned many useful skills along the way. Those skills include the ability to get along with others while working collaboratively on a project, the ability to master a new subject quickly and efficiently, the ability to manage your time, prioritize your work, and meet a hard deadline in a busy and complex environment, and the ability to stick with tough assignments and bounce back from setbacks. The strength and breadth of your Mudd education will lead many of you eventually into big, important, and demanding jobs. And as with earlier alumni, those skills will be important to your success. With the passage of time, I'm confident that you will increasingly value your Mudd education, which has led many alumni before you into successful and rewarding careers, including into careers that did not exist when they were students. Time after time, Mudd alumni have said that they were extremely well prepared for careers in academia, government, and industry. Based on what I saw less than 2 weeks ago at your projects day and presentation days, I know that you're also extremely well prepared for your future careers. Within your class of 2019, there will be many marriages, births, and professional accomplishments. But for each of you, if you live long enough, there also will be hard times when you'll have to deal with illness and loss among those close to you. It's difficult to be well prepared for those hard times in your future personal lives. I know, however, that you're already extremely well prepared for your future professional lives. The good news is that to prepare for your future professional lives, there's no place like Mudd. I said earlier that I would have some good news and some bad news. So what's the bad news? It's also that there's no place like Mudd. When you arrived at Mudd, you probably discovered that it was a lot easier to make friends than you imagined, partly because you lived and worked together in a small community, but also because there were many smart people like you at Mudd, people who shared many of your values, interests, and passions. When you venture outside the world of Mudd, it probably won't be as easy to find people like that. Many alumni will tell you that there's no place like Mudd for making lots of new friends. Equally important, the friendships you made at Mudd probably are close ones. Many alumni say that Mudd friendships are like the close friendships forged in other groups that go through intense experiences together, like Navy SEALs. Like earlier alumni, during your time at Mudd, you worked together on many difficult problems, and in the process, you learned many things that you'll need in your future careers. But looking back on your lives, probably what you'll value the most are the close friendships forged during your shared Mudd experiences together. Many of your Mudd friendships will last a lifetime if you work to keep them. Of course, as you go through the adventure of life, you'll continue to make friends. As you extend your network of friends, please include alumni. When I graduated from Harvey Mudd College 39 years ago, I thought that most alumni would be too old for me to want to befriend them or for them to want to befriend me. I thought my only alumni friends would be the people I had met while I was a student. I was wrong about that. Over the years, I've made many alumni friends from a wide range of ages. You'll also soon discover that age becomes much less important after college. Please don't wait to seek out friendships with alumni from a wide range of ages. In seeking out new alumni friendships, you'll discover that older and younger Mudd alumni often help each other. Older alumni often help younger alumni get good jobs and quickly climb the career ladder. They often mentor younger alumni. In exchange, older alumni often get smart, capable, and extremely productive younger alumni to work in their organizations. Because of this symbiotic relationship, it's common to see Mudd alumni clustered in organizations. Currently, there are about 7,000 Mudd alumni. Our Alumni Association provides many ways for older and younger alumni to meet, including through social networking and various alumni events. Our biggest alumni event is Alumni Weekend, which is held on campus every spring. It's a chance for you to reconnect with your classmates and professors, but it's also a chance for you to meet alumni from other classes. Among our other alumni events, we've watched concerts in the park in Chicago and solar eclipses from inside the path of totality. We've gone whale watching in Monterey Bay and on learning trips through the Sierras with a geologist. We've traveled to the Galapagos Islands and to Antarctica. Some of you might be a little shy, but the rewards for participating in our alumni events is well worth the effort. It's a great way to begin new friendships with your fellow alumni. You're now members of our alumni family, so when you can, please come to our alumni events. Life's big transitions, like today's graduation from Harvey Mudd College, can be exciting and a little scary because you don't know what the future holds. But please believe me, like thousands of earlier alumni, you are extremely well prepared for your future careers. So try to enjoy your life and remember to focus on the people in it, including your family and also your fellow Mudd alumni, as you embark on your next great adventure. Thank you.
It's such a joy to wish our class of 2019 congratulations. Congratulations to you, to your families, to our amazing faculty and staff who've worked with you over the last 4 years or longer in so many different ways, teaching you and learning from you, mentoring you and being inspired by you, challenging you and supporting you, just to name a few. So this is the year of 2019, and though it is not prime, Rachel, we are celebrating a record high in the number of graduates. So we have a total of 2,010 people who have received their degrees this year, which is an all-time high for the college. But we have something else very special to celebrate. We have 2 4.0 graduates this year. I promised them that I would not embarrass them by saying their names, so I won't. But it's not just that we have 2 people this year. It's that we're in the double digits. We currently now, out of more than 7,000 alumni, have 11 people who graduated with a 4.0. We are incredibly proud of all of you. We know how much you've grown during your time at Mudd and are excited to see what you'll do in the next phase of your life. We know that wherever you go, you will take your commitment to excellence, integrity, equity, and inclusion, and helping others succeed. You will pay attention to the impact of your work on society and use your outstanding skills in communication and critical thinking to help others pay attention too. Given the increasing impact of technology in every aspect of society, the world needs graduates like those from Harvey Mudd more than it has ever needed before. Since its founding in 1955, Harvey Mudd has had a special mission in educating STEM leaders with a focus on societal responsibility. Over the last year, two of our top competitors for students, a place called MIT and another one called Stanford, have launched similar efforts. MIT has raised almost $900 million for its new Schwarzman College of Computing, and Stanford has almost 800 faculty participating in its new Institute for Human-Centered AI. It's nice to see that MIT and Stanford finally recognize the need to emphasize societal responsibility, at least in the areas of computer science and AI. At Harvey Mudd, yeah, I know, I'm being nasty. But I just, especially with Sebastian here, I couldn't resist. At Harvey Mudd, we know how important paying attention to societal responsibility is in every discipline. It's why we were founded. It's why students, faculty, and staff chose to come to Mudd. Graduates, we wish you the very best for the future, whether your next step is graduate school, a job in industry, travel, or simply some time for rest and recovery. No matter what you do next, we know you will bring creativity and joy to those around you. Ladies and gentlemen, this completes the 61st annual commencement ceremony of Harvey Mudd College. Yeah, we have to give our students, our graduates, a chance to throw their caps in the air. So, I would like to ask our audience to stand and remain standing to allow the academic procession to exit the site to the back of the tent. Please follow our graduates to the reception at the Shanahan Center for Teaching and Learning. And one more time, a huge round of applause for our graduates.
Moving on, kid.